What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be doing an unboxing and full review of the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active2. So I pre-ordered the Active2 watch off the Samsung store for $279.99. I've been wanting and needing a new smartwatch for a long time. I've been using the Gear Fit 2 for almost 2 years now. It feels like a dinosaur, so I'm excited to get this thing up and running and share my experience with you guys. Alright, so let's jump right into it, guys. As always, got the little baby knife here. Very simple packaging. Feels nice. It's very lightweight. It feels like it doesn't even weigh like anything. It's got this silicone band, and then of course you have all your sensors here. Now this is going to be the cloud silver color with the aluminum body here on the watch itself. And this is the Bluetooth only version. So this is going to be the 40mm size. They do have a 44mm. I chose the 40 because I have a pretty small wrist, so I didn't really need anything bigger than this size on my wrist. Now let's check inside just the charger. So this looks very similar to the Apple series. So it's going to have a little magnet in here, so all you have to do is just plop that on there, and obviously it's going to stay on there while you're charging it. So on this side, instructions and quick start guides and all that fun stuff. Nobody really pays attention to that, so we're just going to toss that. Now they do offer this in different versions and colors. They have a pink gold and an aqua black, and also they do have it in that full LTE version where it's completely stainless steel here on the body. It's about $429.99 for that version, which is a little steep, so I'm gonna stick with this one. Alright, so let's see if we have any juice on this guy. Nope, we do have some battery power left, which is good. So let's quickly go over the main specs. This is going to be the Tizen based OS. It's going to have the Exynos 9110 dual core 1.15 gigahertz processor. This is going to have 768 megabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes of storage, 247 milliamp battery, a 1.2 inch Super AMOLED display at 360 by 360 protected by Gorilla Glass DX Plus, Bluetooth 5.0, Wi-Fi, NFC, GPS. This is going to be IP68 and 5 ATM water resistance, which means you'll be able to swim and go as deep as 50 meters if you wanted to with this watch. So one of the newest features on the Active2 is going to be the ECG sensor. This is going to be an electrocardiogram sensor. It's actually going to allow you to monitor your heart rate. You also have the accelerometer, a gyro, a barometer, HRM, and ambient light sensor. Now another upgrade from this predecessor is going to be the amount of sensors that were included in this watch. They actually doubled up on all the sensors here and LEDs that you had on the previous version, which is going to accurately track all your movements and sleep patterns and anything you're going to be doing with this watch on your wrist. So I'm going to get this all connected and set up my phone so we can look more in depth at it. It's all set up here. That screen is absolutely gorgeous. You know Samsung is never going to disappoint on these screens. Super AMOLED is just one of the best screens on the market. Now you have a speaker here on the left hand side. You have a microphone. This is going to be the home button, and then you have a back button. Another new feature of this watch is going to be this digital rotating bezel. So if you remember some of the older devices, you had a physical rotating bezel. So now you could actually just drag your finger here around the bezels and it'll kind of mimic the same type of, movement. If you have a notification, you just swipe to the left and that'll bring up your newest notifications that you can see all your text or any other notifications that come through your phone. So if you swipe up here from the top, this is going to allow you to access kind of your quick shortcuts and the main controls of the device. It's going to give you your battery, Bluetooth, let you toggle on airplane mode, your Wi-Fi, GPS, and view your settings, of course. Now if you swipe here to the right, you'll be able to access all your widgets, and you can customize these to any which way you want. You have your daily activity, you have app shortcuts here, you have your fitness tracker, you have your heart rate monitor, weather, calendar, and of course you can keep adding or changing any of your widgets. I mean, there's so many here. You can kind of just go almost endless here if you wanted to. There's so many options. You could really customize it to your liking. Now, if you press the home button here, you'll be able to access all the apps that are installed on the watch. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because obviously they're all pretty straightforward. You have your messages, you have your phone, contacts, that's the Bixby. You have your Samsung Health, Samsung Pay, weather, the store, and of course, the settings. Now the messaging app is pretty straightforward. It's very easy to respond back to text messages. You have all these predefined responses, and you can also add more if you wanted to. And you can also do the voice to text. Now you can write on the screen if you needed to with your finger in order to write your message. So right here, you can just type in hi, and it works fairly well. All right, so we're gonna test out a phone call coming from the smartwatch itself and see how the audio sounds. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Say something funny.
I have crippling depression.
All right, so that's a voice call. I mean, you have the speaker right here. I mean, obviously, if you don't have your phone next to you, it does work. I mean, you could definitely listen and talk to each other pretty clearly on it. So another cool little feature of the Active 2 is called My Style, which is a feature built into the Galaxy Watch app on your phone. It's gonna allow you to take a selfie or a picture and generate a watch face that's gonna match your clothing. So it's gonna be able to mimic your patterns and colors based on your outfit and then put that in your watch to give you a little more style. Samsung states you should get 2 full days of battery life out of this device with a full charge. I think that's gonna depend on whether or not you have GPS on, Wi-Fi, always on display. So I really want to get a full 2 days out of it, go running with it, do some fitness stuff, and then see how it works. So I went out for a 30-minute workout with the watch this morning. It seemed to accurately track my steps and everything, but when I did notice I had my phone in airplane mode because I was recording, it didn't automatically start tracking the workout as far as what kind of activity I was doing. So it seems like you have to have your phone off airplane mode in order to accurately track your workouts. Not really sure why that is, but just an FYI. So on the heart rate monitor, I'm having some mixed results as far as the readings. I've been testing in the past 5-10 minutes, and also when I was exercising. And when I was exercising, I was only getting about 76 to 85 on the beats per minute. And now I'm sitting here just recording and it just jumped to 107 beats per minute. I mean, I'm not doing anything besides sitting here recording. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I mean, this is definitely requires some more testing, do a little more research because that just doesn't seem right whatsoever. All right, guys, I've been using the Active 2 watch for 2 full days now. I charged it 1 time overnight 2 nights ago. I still haven't charged it. I'm about 43% right now. I haven't really been turning on GPS or Wi-Fi, so that's probably why I've been getting great battery life. I also do not turn on the always on display. I think that's going to be your best way to maintain battery life, but you can definitely get 2 days out of battery off of 1 charge. So kudos to Samsung on that. I mean, I think it's definitely great to be able to get 2 full days of battery life after 1 charge and still be able to use it consistently. So some of the new features with the Active 2 is the ability to watch YouTube videos right from the watch. I don't know how many people are going to use that, but it is there. You can also go on Twitter, you can like tweets, retweet, and go through, all your followers right from your watch. And the ability to use Google Translate and make translations right from your watch. I think that's going to be a cool feature to use, especially if you're going to be traveling. The only downside so far is they haven't been released, not that I could find. I went to the Galaxy store, I did research, and I couldn't find a way to get the apps on the watch. Little downside, a little disappointing on that. I really wish Samsung would have made a statement about that and let everybody know when it's going to be available. So Samsung needs to step up their game. Now, another great thing about this Active 2 is you're going to be able to load tons of apps and widgets from the Galaxy store. I mean, the options are almost endless. The other good thing about this watch, it's completely compatible with all Android devices and even iOS. You can also load pictures and music directly on the watch. Samsung stated there's 4 gigabytes of storage, but when you actually get into it, there's only 1.5 gigabytes available because 2.5 gigabytes are already being used for system apps. So hopefully that can be cleaned up a little bit so you can get a little more room out of that storage. Kind of a bummer, so just an FYI if you're going to be loading anything on this watch. So if you already own a Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, it's going to be a little bit of an upgrade for you, not much of a difference unless you really want that ECG sensor, better battery life, and then this little rotating digital bezel. Other than that, it's not that big of a difference than what you already have. So Samsung's really trying to catch up to Apple in the smartwatch department. As we know, Apple has some of the most popular and best devices when it comes to smartwatches. This is gonna be a little bit cheaper than the Series 4 that Apple has. So I've been fairly happy with this watch so far. It's definitely a huge upgrade to what I had previously. I think the battery life is just awesome. I mean, 2 full days out of 1 charge. I mean, I think that's really good. Also has a lot of nice little unique features. So the biggest downside for me is gonna be the heart rate monitor. I'm not sure why I was getting wildly different readings whenever I would measure. It would range from anywhere from 80 to 100, you know, with me just sitting down. So it was kind of weird, not really sure if that's something that I gotta calibrate, or maybe it's gonna get better on time, or maybe it's an update. So that's gonna be my honest opinion on the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active2. So if you are interested in purchasing this watch or learning more about it, I'll put the link in the description below so you can head to the Amazon page. This is an Amazon affiliated link, so if you do use that link, it does help support the channel and more future content, and it's very appreciated. I also want to give a big thanks to all my new subscribers. We just crossed 130 subscribers. It's not much, but it means a lot to me. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing and watching my channel. I really appreciate it, and I hope we can keep growing more. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. As always guys, please hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so you can get notified on the latest video. Give me those thumbs up guys. Put some comments below if you have any questions about the watch, or if you think this watch has any competition versus the Apple Watch. And I'll catch you guys all later.